While veteran players continue to thrive, it was a couple of new faces that helped the Sooners. Homecoming is an event meant to be enjoyed by old Sooners and young Sooners alike. These boys and girls not only got a tour of Cowboy Stadium, but also got a behind-the-scenes look to find out that it's not just X's and O's on game day. If the Cowboys are going to have the kind of season Jerry Jones wants them to, DeMarco Murray needs to stay healthy. To baseball, where the team is streaking, in a good way. The Texas Rangers starting pitching staff has succumbed to the injury bug in recent weeks. Today on Big Friday Sports, we head live to the Lloyd Noble Center, where fans just sent the Lady Sooners off in style. There's nothing like the game day atmosphere in Norman, but without this particular group, the football season just wouldn't be the same. Since 1970, only 2 American League franchises have played in 3 straight World Series, the Yankees and the A's. Texas has a chance to join that elite group, but to get there, they'll have to avoid the Angels taking over the AL West lead. Today on Fox 4, Texas at Los Angeles, the Rangers jumped on the Angels pitcher Irvin Santana early. Michael Young singles to give the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Yu Darvish was on the mound for Texas. Protecting an early lead, he gets Torrey Hunter to strike out there. The second inning is when things got interesting. Mike Napoli takes Santana deep for a solo home run. Next batter, Yorvit Torrealba. He also goes deep. That's back-to-back home runs. Still in the second inning, Adrian Beltre goes yard, sending the Rangers dugout into a frenzy. Angels skipper Mike Scioscia pulls Santana after a disappointing 1 2/3 innings. Darvish was solid. He ended up with 11 strikeouts over 7 innings to get his 11th win on the year. Rangers win this one easy with a final of 9-2, extending their lead in the AL West to 6 games over the Angels. What a week for the Dallas Mavericks. After missing out on star point guard Deron Williams, Dallas has rebounded nicely by signing a handful of solid veterans to fill out the roster. O.J. Mayo is the latest addition for the reconstructed Mavs. Mayo comes here from the Grizzlies, where he averaged 15 points a game in his career. The former 3rd overall pick in the 2008 draft is expected to be the Mavs starting shooting guard. Mayo is joined in the backcourt with Darren Collison and Dante Jones, who came via trade from the Pacers. Dallas also strengthened their front court by adding Chris Kaman and Elton Brand. Missing out on D-Will was a disappointment, but the Mavs kept their strategy of maintaining financial flexibility with an eye on the future.
We were in position, we put our best foot forward. You know, things didn't pan out the way that we would have hoped for. We're trying to get quality, get youth, get athleticism, be competitive next year, yet, you know, keep our powder dry for free agency in the future.
How do you feel about the Mavs offseason? Do you like it? Maybe you hate it. We want to know. So go on to myfoxdfw.com, click on sports and vote. We'll reveal the results tonight at 9. When the Cowboys report for training camp on Saturday, all eyes will be on running back DeMarco Murray. Murray showed flashes of brilliance in 2011 before his season was cut short by an ankle injury.
DeMarco Murray.
Outstanding.
Going all the way.
Amazing.
91 yards.
Exciting.
What a cut by Murray.
Unbelievable.
He's going to move ahead of Emmitt Smith.
To rush for well into the 200s, that's hard to do in the NFL.
He has a 234.
We need to keep going. Can't be a one-time wonder.
The standout rookie was on pace for a 1,000-yard season until it was cut short by injury.
Murray is slow in getting up. Clearly a major, impactful injury.
An ankle ended his rookie year. Murray spent the offseason rehabbing and showed up at minicamp recovered and ready to go.
No limitations, so I'm feeling good out there.
On the verge of his second season, Murray has left the highs and lows from his rookie year in the past.
Physically, it was hard work. It was a lot of hard work, but, you know, I'm back at it and feeling good.
Staying healthy is vital to an offense that needs his running ability.
Yeah, DeMarco's obviously a very talented player, and, you know, with him back out there, it's going to add another explosive element to the offense.
Murray isn't impressed by his accomplishments so far. He knows he needs to get better.
You know, last year was a good year, but at the end of the day, that was last year. I'm not worried about last year. I had a good year, but at the end of the day, I know this year is very important for me and very important for this team. If the Cowboys are going to have the kind of season Jerry Jones wants them to, DeMarco Murray needs to stay healthy.
You know, I got to tell you, a lot of people say you can't help but look at this guy and think about Emmitt Smith. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's a pretty right comparison, but DeMarco Murray may actually be more athletic. But he
better than Smith.
Well, not better, maybe more athletic. But we got to see if he has the durability to have those years that Emmitt did.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and maybe some dancing on the stars. We'll take one thing at a time, though. First. All right. Thanks a bunch.
No problem. you are a roughneck, a classic video game character, or even a host for Sooner Sports Pad, homecoming is for everyone. Homecoming is an event meant to be enjoyed by old Sooners and young Sooners alike. But preparation for today's event takes months of hard work.
We started working on this probably the last week of September, and we have been going strong up until this morning at 9:30 a.m.
It's so amazing, and it just brings so much pride. You know, people are coming up to me and congratulating me and saying, you did a good job.
So we probably put in about 50 hours a week for about 5 weeks.
50 hours a week is what you need to do to go the extra mile.
We actually have a fog machine hidden under the deck. We've actually got it on an infrared repeater that allows for us to have a remote up by the chairs that I have on a foot pedal. So I tap my foot and it sends smoke.
Intricate floats battle it out for top prize, and children battle for the candy they hand out. This can make for a sugar-filled afternoon if you're lucky. But for former students, it's all about coming back to their alma mater.
Coming back is always a fun time. When I can always remember being here as a student, watching the parade, and now I bring my family here, my wife and my son, and it's always a fun time.
Seeing how things have changed and, you know, what things look like now that I haven't been here in, 8 years or so. So it's different, it's fun.
The parade is a prelude to the main event, an ending fit for a king and queen. The Sooners had a storybook ending of their own, blasting the Jayhawks 52-7, a perfect precursor for next week's top 10 matchup against Notre Dame. For OU Nightly, I'm Brant Morrell.
Come on, y'all. Come on, fire it up a little bit.
Enthusiastic students from across the country descended on Arlington, Texas for a unique look at Cowboy Stadium. These boys and girls not only got a tour of Cowboy Stadium, but also got a behind-the-scenes look to find out that it's not just X's and O's on game day. From the equipment manager in the locker room to the executive chef, the Boys and Girls Keystone Club got to see the unseen functions on game day.
So we'll get in these huge things of brisket. You know, most people think about professional sports and they think about the game, the players who play them, the coaches who coach them, and the fans and the cheerleaders. But what they don't realize is how many people and how many professions it actually takes to put on a football game.
Gaining a clear focus of the jobs performed was nice. Relaxing and enjoying the crown jewel of stadiums up close was even better. Each student coming away with their own favorite part.
This stadium has made history, one of the biggest domes in the world. The TV just blew my mind. The biggest TV in the world.
The locker rooms, I didn't know how big they were and how everyone had their own space, and also being on the actual field and actually feeling how it is for the actual players.
The Cowboys hope this tour will leave a lasting impression on the students, opening their eyes to career opportunities. At the very least, they left with a few treats. From Cowboy Stadium, Brant Morrell.